Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be breaking down the trades I've taken for the past 2 days. That's Wednesday and Thursday. So please stay tuned, like, subscribe, and you can also put your comments down in the comment section. You can also share to your friends so that they can also benefit from this video. So I'm basically going to be making breakdowns on the trades I've taken for the past 2 days. So let's get right into it. Starting with US oil. So this was the first trade I took on Wednesday. And mind you, I trade multiple pairs. So sometimes I can get like two setups in a day. I can get like three setups in a day. And sometimes I get one. It depends on the market conditions. And not every trade I take hits TP. Sometimes price hits my SL. Sometimes it goes a little bit in my direction, comes back and hits my SL. Sometimes it goes straight to TP. There is no such thing as 100% strategy in this market. There are trades that will hit CP, there are trades that will hit break even, there are trades that will hit TP, right? So I hope I got you right. What I'm trying to say is that there are trades that will hit SL, trades that will hit break even, and trades that will hit TP. So there's no such thing as 100% strategy. So let's get right into it. So this was the first trade, and this is how I got this trade right here. It was a 5RR trade, but it didn't hit take profit to the pip, but we took profit before this massive pullback. This pullback happened in the middle of the night. That I'm already out of the market. It's not all the time that I hold my trades overnight. This trade, it had already moved significantly in my direction, so I closed it when it started consolidating. So let's get right into it. So this was how I got this trade. This is US oil. So let me move right into the higher time frame as I always do. So when US oil broke this our resistance level, as you can see, the level I marked with the violet rectangle, sorry, the purple rectangle, is our resistance level. You will see more clearly in the 4 hour time frame. So here is the resistance level. And mind you, GER30 was very bearish. It has been bearish for the past couple of weeks. As you can see, this is GER30 weekly chart, and it has been bearish for the past couple of weeks. But when it broke this trend line, it switched bullish. So when it broke this trend line, it switched bullish, and I wasn't thinking about buys again. I was just thinking about, so I wasn't thinking about sells again. I was just thinking about buys. So throughout here, I wasn't able to get a trade. Even though it broke out of our trend line, I wasn't able to get a trade. But I saw this resistance level, and I know that when price gets there, it's either it tap into it and come back down, or you to break it, then go higher. So when it broke it, this was the first trade I took on it. But that's not why we are here. This is why I'm here, analyzing this trade. So when price broke the resistance level, it went higher, came back and retested it. It retested the resistance level. And I also had a trend line that I drew there. So that was just an extra confluence. It didn't just retest the resistance level, it also retested the trend line. So now I have more reasons to even enter the trade, not just break and retest of a resistance level. And mind you, you see the level here. I don't know if I can mark that one too. This level can also be considered as a demand level. This level right here, it can also be considered as a demand level. So I had three confluences. So first of all, price tapped into my demand level, which I marked here. He also retested the support level, which was previously the resistance level, and it also retested our trend line. So that was three confluences, and the market was bullish. So four confluences. So I took the trade. I didn't hesitate. I just took the trade, and as you can see, it went rise into profit. Up until this point, it started consolidating, and it was always at our full TP when I closed. And in the middle of the night, price reversed and broke the trend line. So that was how I took this trade. I want the video to be very, very concise because I'm going to be analyzing a lot of trades today. I'm going to be breaking down a lot of trades. not only on US oil. I also took some trades on gold that I would like to talk about. So this was my second trade on US oil, and that was yesterday, Thursday. So when US oil broke this trend line, it came all the way down here. Then it went back higher. It retested the trend line and made another low. Sorry, it tried to make another low. It was moving down. So when it got to this point, this was around landing session. This was around landing session on Thursday. So price retested this our level, this zone. And remember, this zone is very crucial. That was the previous support level. Now it has switched resistance again. A support level might be a support level, but like resistance level might be a resistance level, but depending on where the price is, it can always switch bearish. You get, let's see, this is a is yeah, you see this green line. You see this green line. Let's say price is here. Price is currently here. This green line that I've marked will be considered as a resistance level. You get, but immediately price break this level, it's now considered as a support level. So that's why I'm using support and resistance interchangeably here. You get, yeah. So a level can be a support at one point and it can switch to resistance at another point. So when price retested this resistance level, and remember, price had already broke this trend line, so it was telling us that the the direction of the market has switched from bullish. Initially it was bullish, so it has switched from bullish. And see this candle, that's a very huge momentum candle. So anytime you see this kind of candlesticks, it tells you that something different or a major decision is to be taken in the market. It's not always that we see this kind of candlesticks. I don't trade candlesticks anymore, like doji, this bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, bullish harami. I don't trade those things anymore. But I watch the body of the candlesticks, how big the body of the candlestick is. It gives us a lot of information. So price broke it aggressively, then retested. So I had the confirmation that the market was about to switch bearish. And remember, US oil has been bearish for weeks. As you can see, it has been very, very bearish. So, when that happened, I was now looking for an opportunity to sell. So price broke the trend line, retested, came back down here, then retested this resistance level. And I said it in my last video, there are no perfections in this market. When you draw a zone and you expect price to retest it, it's not always that price will retest that zone precisely, or it's not always that price is going to get to that exact level. And you have to be smart in taking your decisions in this market, because if I was waiting for price coming, if I was waiting for price, as you can see, if I was waiting for price to retest this level exactly, I wouldn't have gotten this trade. So immediately I saw this consolidation, I knew that the market was about to switch. And mind you, even if I had taken the trade and it retested the level, it wouldn't have hit my SL, because my SL was up here. So sometimes you have to be quick in taking your decisions, otherwise you will miss out on a lot of trades. So that's it for this trade. So we took this trade. Sorry, we took this trade and we are fortunate. It went right into our direction, even though it still hasn't hit full TP, but I'm still holding this trade. I'm hoping that it will get to this level before a major decision will be taken again. I'm hoping that it will get to this trend line. So maybe by the end of today, sorry, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Now I'm making this video midnight, so that's why the day is confusing me. It's currently 4 a.m., right? 3:30 a.m. So by the end of today, I expect price to come hit my TP. And if it doesn't hit my TP, I'll probably close the trade here. I won't allow the trade to break this high again. So that's it for US oil. So now let's move to gold. I took some trades on gold on Wednesday and Thursday. So I hope you guys get the concept I'm trying to put out here. So basically, that's just how I get my trades: trend line, support and resistance, and just following the market direction. As you can see, my first trade I was following the trend. The second trade, so I followed the trend. So the trend will always be your friend. So try as much as possible to always trade in conjunction, or always trade with the trend. Don't try to trade against the trend. So now let's move to the gold. I'm already 10 minutes into the video. I'm not I don't want to make the video very long. So this was the first trade I took on gold, and that was on Wednesday, right here. And the trade hit my SL. Sadly, it hit my SL. And as I said earlier, SLs are part of the game. Stop losses are part of the game. You can't be trading without expecting price not to hit your SL. I'm not those type of traders that will come and portray that I have 100% winning strategy, or I don't hit SLs, or my strategy is the best in the world. You just have to have an edge in the market. You have to have a strategy that has a higher chances of winning than losing. And as you can see, my strategy has higher chances of winning than losing. And that's all you need to be a profitable trader. You don't need to always get things right. So this was the first trade. And this is how I took this trade. As you can see, this was the all-time high. This was the all-time high on gold. And this can be considered as a support level. Sorry, resistance. So that was the all-time high on gold. Let me get into the high time frame. So this is the all-time high. That was the all-time high initially. So when price broke the all-time high, let's get back to the 30 minutes. When it broke the all-time high, which is this is the all-time high. So price broke it, and I took this trade in the 15 minutes. Price broke it, and I thought it was just going to move straight into the skies, but it didn't. And sometimes when price break all-time highs, it immediately spark aggressively into the sky, but this time it didn't, and that's why I said no strategy is 100%. Price broke the all-time high and retested. As you can see, the rejection, when this candle rejected, that was the retest. I don't want to move into the lower time frames again. So that was the retest, and I took the trade, and what happened. It hit my SL, then we moved. So fast forward, price broke this trend line that I drew here. This trend line was meant to track the movement of the market, and the market was bullish. So price broke this trend line and switched bearish, but this happened during midnight, and I don't trade midnight. So price broke this trend line, then moved downwards. So it switched bearish and moved downwards. But when I woke up, fortunately, price switched bullish again, and I saw this trend, and I knew that the trend was about to change when I just saw how aggressively the price was at this level. So I drew my trend line. Price broke the trend line. Let me move to the 15 minutes. That's why I took the trade. So price broke this trend line, retested. Let me use this tool so that you can get it clearly. Price broke this trend line, retested, and we took the trade. As I said earlier, it's not always that price will retest your trend lines or your zones to the pip. You won't get There are no perfections in this market. You won't get those kind of things in this market, because the market is moved by human behavior, and we humans, our behaviors are different, and our behaviors aren't perfect. So don't expect price to always tap exactly into your zones. Sometimes it will tap exactly into your zones, but no, it's not always that you get those kind of things in the market. So as you can see, price broke the trend line. It broke it, retested, and we took the trade and it went more than 70% into our direction. And gold is a very, very different pair, and everyone who has traded gold knows that gold is different. So when I'm trading gold, I usually throw my stop loss. What I mean by throw my stop loss is, as the market is moving, I move my SL. Or sometimes, even if I don't throw my stop loss, then that means I'm actively watching the market. Gold can be buying, then all of a sudden it will just start selling. So as you can see, this was my take profit level. This supply level was my take profit level. Let me delete this line. That was my take profit level. But when price got here, as you can see, and anytime a major decision is about to be taken in the market or something crucial is about to happen in the market, you see signs. So the market was bullish, as you can see. And you know that you all know that I trade what's the name? Trend lines, and also I make very good use of market structure. So the market was bullish. And what do I mean by the market was bullish? The market was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high. So see something. When the market made this higher high, watch closely. It broke this low, the previous low. It broke that low and it made another high, but that high was a lower high. So it wasn't able to take out the previous higher high. So what is this telling you? It is telling you that the market is switching bullish. Sorry, it's switching to bearish, from bullish to bearish. You get what I'm trying to say? So the market wasn't able to create another high. It only created a lower high. And when you start seeing lower highs in the market, what information is the market giving you? It is telling you that the market will possibly or will probably or will most likely switch bearish. So when I saw this in the market, I decided to close and I wasn't wrong. And when I closed, price moved all the way back to this demand level. So that was the trade I took on gold. And mind you, it's not always that your trades will go and hit full TP. Sometimes you'll be fortunate that it will go and hit full TP, but it's not always that it will hit full TP. So thank you. So very very quick, the last trade I'm going to analyze is going to be a trade on GER30. Wow. Sadly, my winning streak on GER30 came to an end with this trade I took on Wednesday. So I took this trade on Wednesday. It moved a little, not even up to 50% in our favor, then came all the way down. So it hits the SL. And I don't have enough time again. I just want the video to be 20 minutes. So I'm not even going to be breaking down this trade. But all I can tell you is that price came back to the trend line and I thought the trend was going to continue. So I took the trade and it hit my SL. And as you can see, this is how I entered the trade. There was a trend line break here. So we had price come all the way back to our trend line, and also when I wanted to move bullish, it broke the bearish trend line. So that was the criteria I used to enter the trade. And unfortunately, we had an S order. So this was my next trade, and this trade I took yesterday, Thursday. So when price broke the trend line, it retested this trend line. So anytime price breaks a bullish trend line, try and draw a bearish trend line, because when a bullish trend line is broken, price is probably telling you that it's about to switch bearish. So it broke this bullish trend line, retested this level. As you can see, there is a supply level here. I didn't mark it, but you can easily spot it. There's a supply level here. It retested it and also retested our trend line. So I wasn't able to take the trade here because I was a little bit hesitant. So I wanted extra confirmations. So I drew this counter trend line. This is the counter trend line. I drew this counter trend line, the smaller time frame, and I was waiting for the break of the trend line. So when price broke the trend line, I didn't enter. This was when price broke the trend line. I didn't enter. I marked this low. So when price broke the trend line, I also broke this low. That was where I got my entry. So I entered and price went all the way down. Then moved into our SL zone again, but I didn't hit SL. So this trade is still on and came all the way down again. So the trade is still on. So let's see what will happen in the next couple of hours. So thank you very much. And this is how I'll end this video. And those were the trades I took on Wednesday and Thursday. I hope you get some insight and ideas from this video. So thank you very much for watching. And I urge you guys to comment in the comment section and also like. You can also share, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you very much. You can also give me ideas what you expect from me, what I should do in my coming trades, and I'll surely implement them. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you all. If you have been watching till this point, I want to say a very very big thank you. Bye. See you in my next video.